Mm. All right. We are recording. Hello everyone, this is Mr. Revox1256 and welcome to my casual playthrough of Ratchet Clank for the PlayStation 2, also available on the PlayStation 3. However, I do not possess the HDCP removal device that would allow me to record this from PlayStation 3 at the moment, so we just have to put up with the PlayStation 2 footage, which is upscaled with the FrameMeister. And I've forgotten that the original PS2 version had more demos than in the HD version, which is kind of funny, but oh well. High quality auction music. I hope I'll get to auction today, but oh well, we shall see. So I am streaming and I am recording, so we can begin the game. So new game, and let's delete a save file, which will be this one because this save file is tainted with cheats, because I was bored and I played it with some cheats because I was like, let's see how insane I can be with infinite ammo and infinite bolts. But don't you worry, we shall be playing this series legit. Mostly because Ratchet Clank is one of those games that actually becomes quite boring when you play with cheats. This is not GTA situation where the game actually becomes more fun with cheats. This is actually, how should I put it, very different. I hope the audio's alright. But yeah, I am rendering this at 60 frames per second, so I hope... Well, the stream is at 60, but I'm not sure what the video will be at. Mostly because the YouTube compression for 60 frames per second videos is terrible. You can have the highest quality video, as long as it's 60, YouTube will destroy it. Because YouTube's codecs are crap. Unless you use their VP9 codec, which basically gives you the best quality, but to get that codec you have to have plenty of views, which I don't possess. You could actually cheat the system and force YouTube to give you a VP9 codec, but they patched that unfortunately. Which is a shame, because the VP9 codec is actually quite decent. You can actually make respectable quality videos, but not on AVC, whatever they are on. So either you have to have plenty of views, or you have to have 4K quality rendering, which is not a possibility, mostly because my computer is not that strong to render 4K, plus... yeah... I don't think rendering a PS4 game in 4K would actually be very wise. If only the FrameMeister had the option to upscale to 4K, then maybe, but currently we have to put up with good old 1080p. Mostly because of the FrameMeister. Thanks to the FrameMeister. You'd be surprised how crap this game looks on modern TVs and capture cards without actually upscaling it. Ooh. But yeah, Ratchet Clank 1. The first in the many games in this series. And I'll be totally honest with you guys, I love this series. I love the first one. I love the first one more than the reboot, which I do own. I used to own, but then I sold it and I got it back again thanks to the PS Plus collection on the PS5. So yeah, if we ever get to that game, you will know that I'll never have to spend a penny on that trash game. So I hope the frame rate is stable enough. I see some hiccups on my preview, but usually that's preview exclusive. But yeah, these are casual streams, ladies and gentlemen. Technically, I am streaming this, so the recording you'll see on YouTube will be mostly a backup in case something bad happens to the VOD. But yeah, I'm gonna enjoy myself. Play the very first game. Maybe I'll beat the very first act. Ooh, I forgot something. That's my blunder. Yes, the mic delay. Now it should be A-okay. Ah, fuck you, lizard. Note to any potential streamers, avoid Ava Media. They are very CPU consuming. Technically, the actual hardware is alright, but its software is terrible. What happened to Rec Central? It used to be such a good software, and now it's very unstable. You can literally record at the lowest quality, and the software will tell you you're using too much memory. Thankfully, OBS doesn't care. Why, thank you, tutorial lady. Bomb Glob is very useful for a couple of levels. I will not be purchasing many weapons in this game because any expert player would tell you that you can only beat this game with 3 weapons. The Blaster, Pyro Sitter, and the Devastator. And if you have the PAL version, the Pyro Sitter is your main weapon because it's broken in the PAL version. Because they didn't convert their fire properly, so it does twice the damage than it's supposed to.
Interesting. You're quite handy with your wrench.
You bet. I built that ship with it.
Currently, I'm in search of someone who could be of assistance in saving the solar system. Do you know where I might find that fellow?
Well, he's on the radio every week. Other than that, no. Hey, what's with all this save the solar system stuff anyway?
Hello, citizens of... My race, the Blog, have a small problem. Our planet has
This is the better Drek, by the way.
populated and poisonous that we are no longer able to dwell...
You may come to realize that I am not a very big fan of the reboot and its changes. Mostly due to the fact that Insomniac of today is nothing like the Insomniac of the past. I recommend watching the Gaming Brit's video of how Ratchet lost its edge. It's actually a very depressing video to watch for those long-time hardcore Ratchet fans to see what this series has become, but I will give Rift Apart a chance. Mostly because it's their first proper Ratchet game in a while. Since proper Ratchet game, not counting the disgusting reboot, since A Crack in Time, which is like, what? Oh fuck, it's like 11 years.
Planets are hosed. Well, good luck getting Captain Quark.
Damn!
Actually, you could help me. If you could use your ship to take me to the coordinates contained in this infobot, I might be able to gather further information there.
Even if I wanted to, I can't. I'm missing a crucial component of the ship.
The robotic ignition system.
How did you know that?
I, sir, happen to be equipped with the latest in robotic ignition systems. My programming allows me to start any ship I choose.
So, I agree to take you to this wherever it is, and you get my ship started for me?
That is what I'm proposing.
Deal.
This could be a problem. Take care of it.
Omnis!
Whoa, this is great! So that's where I've been stuck this whole time.
Please return your appendages to the steering mechanism, sir.
Huh? Oh, right. Sorry. Oh, and by the way, you can stop calling me sir. The name's Ratchet.
Pleased to make your acquaintance, sir.
You got a name?
My serial number is V54296.
Oops. I'll just call you Clank for short. Hang on.
So you see, it would be most beneficial if your citizens were not in the city when my workers begin removing it.
Usually I would talk a bit more during the cutscenes, but the first game is weird in a sense that the game has a subtitle option only during gameplay during them, you know, in-game cutscenes while not in their FMV, something that they will correct in their NTSC version of Ratchet 2. And I'm saying NTSC version because the PAL version of Ratchet 2 has no subtitles for some reason, including the European HD version. But you should stay away from the European HD version of Ratchet 2. That game was extremely rushed for the European market. There is a reason why the American version was released months later. They had to fix all the blunders they made in their other 3 games. But it's back to gameplay! And fun fact, while this ship explosion is nothing special, at least it's visible compared to the remake, where you just crash off screen, which is kinda cheap, but oh well.
Perhaps we could procure a ship from one of the inhabitants.
If there are any left.
Apparently, the reboot was rushed, but to be honest, I saw many other rushed games in the Ratchet series, and they've been better. Not Crash 3. Ratchet 3 is notorious for being rushed to hell. However, the final product, while it shows its signs of being rushed, is still a good game, and people actually call it one of the best. Including me. Ratchet 3, I think, is the pinnacle of the series when it comes to actual combat. And I don't think they ever will reach the heights of 3. They will never reach the heights of 2, which is basically impossible to replicate, and thank God they are not butchering the sequel, because Going Commando was too revolutionary to screw up, in my opinion. Ratchet 2 gives so much to the series that I don't think that a reboot of that game would be suitable, because they'll have to do something big for the series again. But now that reboot... oh, god damn it. Well, we got some extra bolts, so technically I cannot complain. But yeah. So, where was I? I need to reclaim my train of thought. Ah, yes. Yeah, the reboot is now classified as a tie-in movie. It no longer belongs in the series. It belongs in the dumpster, and yeah. We will never have to deal with that again, unless Rift Apart will canonize that game, which I don't think how they will manage to do it, but it's Insomniac of today. The whimsical Insomniac of today, not the cynical Insomniac of the past. Also, Ratchet's so-called double jump is terrible. It's non-existent. Compared to 2 and 3 when he actually gets a extra bit of height. Here he just flips. Which is done on purpose to showcase the upgrades Clank will be receiving soon. Whee! I know that this mission managed to be left intact in the remake, however, I don't remember if everything is one-to-one compared to the original.
Dad, blast it!
Look, plumber's crack.
What did you just say?
I said, look, the plumber's back.
All right, wise guy. Shouldn't you be on one of them escape transports?
Escape transports?
Newsflash, giant robots attacking! The escape transports are taking all the rich folks off this god-darn planet.
So why aren't you on one?
Socioeconomic disparity.
What?
He hasn't got enough bolts.
Working people have to wait for Captain Quark to save us.
Well, got anything worth a lot of bolts?
I got this thing. Shows 2 weirdos ditching their ship. It's got coordinates to a desert planet, too.
An infobot. Ratchet, we could use that.
It's time to pay. In a second. I'm gonna explore this place for a bit. I actually like that you can see the rest of the level from here. Something that was removed from the PS Vita version because PS Vita would self-destruct if it had to contain such details. I would not recommend getting this game for the PS Vita, because those games are poorly programmed. I don't care that those games are in 30 frames per second, but the music looping is terrible. It'll loop twice and then it just stops for the rest of the level until you either die or reload the level. And, yeah, it's just a music thing that just bugs me. Also, strafing isn't as comfortable as I would have liked. And Ratchet 2's broken when it comes to physical copies. Ratchet 2 seems to have a very bad rep when it comes to porting it to HD, because the European version of 2 HD was terrible. The physical version of Ratchet 2 HD was broken. You cannot get 100% in it because it crashes in certain missions. I actually never played 3 on the Vita. I played 1, I played 2, but I never touched 3. Which is surprising to me because I'm a hardcore fan of 3.
I've never seen him look so freaked out.
But oh well. I have the originals and the HD versions, which I may stream if I get the HDMI splitter, because currently I do not possess the recording software which allows me to take components, so it's literally I have no choice but to wait and see. How much do we have? 1,745 bolts. That's actually quite a lot in this game compared to the sequels where this amount would be quite paltry. This would be nothing in 2 and 3. Mostly because you get more bolts in the second and third game. But yeah, Planet Novalis. This is a stage I like a lot. It's a very good introduction. It's a good official first level. One which starts the tradition that every first official level we go to, which doesn't count the tutorial, is always green. What a brilliant what a brilliant deduction to make. This planet is green, then Osla is green, and then Florana, a level which is also green. Yay. You can actually kill those guys with a hyper strike. That's what it's called in the tutorials. But they actually never reference it in game. So yeah, you will be seeing me collecting bolts. I need to gather a certain amount so I can buy the flamethrower. Then I'll have to buy the upgrade and a gadget, so I need to have at least 250 plus 4,500 bolts. Yeah, there are plenty of paywalls in this game. Something that I actually liked. I'm kind of sad that they removed, because then the bolts lose their value, especially when it comes to getting Rhino. For those of you who are unaware, Rhino is the most powerful weapon in the game, and it appears in nearly every game. So, yeah, they are very expensive. I'm sorry, my brain just farted on me and I stopped thinking for a second. But yeah, in the PS3 games, you unlock Rhino just by collecting blueprints and cards, which kind of diminishes the rewarding factor of acquiring a Rhino, because you've earned those bolts and then you feel like you deserve the power. But in the PS3 games, they're just like, I can get the Rhino before the final boss, and then the final boss is a joke. To be honest, every final boss in the PS3 games is a joke. I don't recall a single hard boss. Tools of Destruction isn't that hard. I think it's the easiest Ratchet game ever created, mostly because you can actually get your health back every time you visit the shop. Cutscene time!
Don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. Oh, what are you? Mercenaries? Torturers? Assassins? I'll tell you anything. Here, take my infobot. It's all I've got left.
Sir, we're not assassins.
Hold on. Let's see what he's got.
Has this
Wow.
ever happened to you?
Rip Quark!
I'm Captain Quark, and believe me, there's nothing worse than staring down a Blargian snagglebeast from the inside and knowing your equipment isn't functioning properly. That's why I come to Al's Robo Shack for all my electronic needs. Al has been the exclusive repair shop for my super electro gadgets since I was knee-high to a sand mouse. If Al can't fix it, it's not broke. Right, Al? You said it, pal. So if you're fighting crime, or just fighting grime, come to Al's Robo Shack in Metropolis for all your robotic repairs. Al's Robo Shack, it's Quarktastic.
Let's ignore that Quark was very low quality at the end of the cutscene.
No, it means
Something I just noticed yesterday while I was doing a test playthrough.
invasion.
If we had a ship.
What? A ship? What? You're not going to torture me?
I wish we could.
Planetary Chairman and I could arrange for you to borrow our courier ship.
Cool.
You can count on us, sir.
Right. Thank you, Your Chairman Shipliness.
Now that you have coordinates to 2 new planets, you can use your ship. Press the select button to bring up the map. Your ship is marked with a star.
So this is our map screen, and we have done all the missions that are on planet Novalis, but we are not yet done with the planet. There is one special path, which contains nothing really. To be honest, I don't even know why this path exists. There's no gold bolts or anything. It's just there, but you know what? I'll take it as a chance to gather some extra bolts, because why not? The PlayStation 2 soundtrack is iconic. I think everybody knows that. I just have nothing interesting to say. Fuck me. But yeah, this is the ultra secret path, which contains nothing. Couple of boxes and couple of bots to kill. And shockingly, this tunnel survived in the remake, which I think contains a gold bolt now. So this section has a purpose. But oh well, extra bolts are needed. And yeah, I'm gonna get them all. And I forgot how piss poor the bolt range is at the beginning of the game. There is an upgrade which will solve that issue, but at the moment it's like, wow. As TV tropes would like to call it, early installment weirdness where Ratchet can actually drown. This is the only PS2 game in which Ratchet can drown. They will remedy that in the second act and the rest of the series. Until the reboot, which, fair enough, is remake, I'm sorry. Everybody used to call it a reboot, because everybody thought that's what's gonna happen to the series, but it turns out that's not the case, thank God. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That was this ultra secret pointless path. But we gained some bolts. So now we shall leave this planet and never return. I am not doing 100% playthrough of this game because that mostly requires 2 playthroughs at best. And yeah, it's a casual playthrough. And I've mastered this game enough, so we won't have any troubles at all. So now we have 2 levels available. For the sake of actually getting some extra bolts, we will go to to eliminate the need to backtrack, we'll go to Metropolis, because we can complete all the missions here. On Aurelia, we need to get a swing shot to beat one of the missions, and we get a swing shot on Metropolis. So yeah. I will not pad out this playthrough by having to backtrack when it's not necessary. Sorry, my English is a bit broken. I'm Polish, by the way, so yeah. I've been exiled from Poland for liking video games by people who are too much into football. And now I have returned. Well, I'm actually not in Poland. I'll never return to Poland. I think my exile is absolute, but yeah. You'll never see me talking in Polish unless I am very, very angry to the point I am actually cussing in Polish, which happens very rarely. Alright, we've got 4,000, which is a respectable amount. So let's purchase our next weapon, the Pyro Sitter. Blaster is okay, it's only useful against bosses and certain enemies, but it's not a weapon you will see me use a lot. And Pyro Sitter is my main weapon, especially when you get the gold version, where it's basically broken and it kills everything with one touch of the green flame. But yeah. Also, Pyro Sitter comes back in the remake, however, in name only, because the...
Oh, you gonna buy something or what?
Shut up. Basically, the model of the weapon is from a different game. It's from Tools of Destruction. So yeah, they didn't even remake the weapons from the first game. Alright. Also, this is neat, getting a cutscene when you purchase a weapon. Something which never returns. Which is kind of sad, but I think the more weapons the series gets, the less creative Insomniac would have gotten. At least that's my theory.
The Captain Cork Fitness Course. If you're strong enough, fast enough, and clever enough to beat my fitness challenge.
Also, this is the first time that an Insomniac game has subtitles, and you can clearly tell that they haven't mastered the use of subtitles, because they literally just put massive paragraphs of dialogue into one box, and they don't just separate per sentence. Something which also gets fixed in the second game.
We need your assistance.
Plenty of things get fixed in the second game. That's why many people claim the second game is the best. And
He has a spring where his leg should be to be quite puzzling.
as a Ratchet fan, I have to agree, but I love 3 the most because of how much time I spent on it.
This isn't the real
And it was my first...
you numbskull. It's a robot.
I borrowed the first 2 games from my friend, then the third one I actually got for Christmas. I think that's why I have more love for the third one, because it was the first one I actually properly owned myself. So yeah, there is some pride to the third game. And to be honest, I couldn't tell that the game was rushed until someone told me it was rushed. And yeah, nowadays I can see there are some cat bugs in the level design, but to be honest, the combat was so good I didn't care. And people who hate on Deadlocked are just stupid because they claim, oh, there's barely any platforming. Even though the game knows what it is from the start, it's not lying to the player what the game is from the start. But yeah, Deadlocked has its haters, even though the gameplay is at its best there. Oh. Wall jump. I cannot do it properly. Ding. Also, in the remake, I'll be talking plenty about the remake because I have nothing interesting to say. But yeah, in the remake, they stopped calling Metropolis Metropolis. Now it's Aliro City. And apparently it's due to DC being a bit bitchy regarding the name Metropolis, but, you know. Why? If it was a reboot, then yeah, I would understand the changes, but it's a remake. They took too many liberties with the... Well, I'm sorry, it wasn't a remake, it was reimagining. Personally, I would have called it downgrade. But who am I to say what's good and what's not? You're talking to the guy who likes Size Matters and Secret Agent Clank. But to be honest, Secret Agent Clank I've played a long time ago, so I cannot really say if the game aged well. But I do have my embarrassing moments when I was having dreams about Secret Agent Clank. That's how hyped I was for the game. Only to get someone disappointed that I beat it in a day.
The circuit, ma'am.
Yeah, that's kind of downfall of high-impact games. They can make good games, but they're fucking short as hell.
If it were up to me, you would drill for the rest of the day. But somehow you managed to impress that fool Captain Quark.
Captain Quark knows about us?
So according to Scottish Duck 17, apparently Helga had a completely different design in the demo. And there are interesting differences in the demo, like different names of the levels, cutscenes being a bit different. And I will try to remember most of them.
Not so fast.
I only remember like, what, 3 instances of changes.
To make you pay.
But that
But I never played a Ratchet demo ever in my life. I always got in the full game. You see, getting demos in Poland wasn't very easy. You either had the game or not, or you had the system pirated, which is what my friend did, and basically he gave me most of his old games, so I was like, ha 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 ha! I don't like half of your games, man.
Congratulations on your new Gadgetron slingshot.
But if it wasn't for him, I would have never been introduced to Ratchet & Clank, and Jak and Daxter, and many other games. Some games I've introduced myself to, but yeah. He basically ruined my life by introducing me to the awesomeness of the PS2. So, financially we are not doing that good, I'll be honest. However, our next purchase only costs 1,000 bolts, and yeah, we can make that amount in a bit.
To quickly center the camera, just tap the L1 button.
To be honest, I never actually needed to center my camera. I actually never had an issue with a camera in a Ratchet & Clank game. It seems to be decent. If there's any issue with the camera, it's mostly because I'm playing the HD version where it ain't perfect. The conversion wasn't perfect, however, it's not as bad as other conversions, like Silent Hill. Apparently, what was the name of that collection? The Prince of Persia trilogy was super bad, but to be honest, I never encountered a single glitch. I may be totally weird in that sense, but, you know, oh well. So this guy can be taken down with a blaster only at the moment, but literally as soon as we hit the other side, he just gives up and says, oh fuck this, it's beyond my pay grade, and just fucks off. Which is a shame because, you know... Actually no, this game actually gives you a little... how should I put it? Test. Because soon in the game, there'll be some choppers where you will have to shoot them down to progress, and the game will tell you, well, I'm sorry, but you have you don't have this awesome weapon in your arsenal, so you cannot progress. Actually, this is the only Ratchet game in the series where it basically tells you to get a weapon to beat the game, because there are some weapons, if you don't have a weapon, like the Devastator, you cannot beat the game, because yeah, there's one mission, there's one level which requires the use of Devastator. Otherwise, you're stuck. But yeah, we are now in the location of that commercial. Al's Robo Shack. Maybe we will find some clues about Captain Quark. I cannot pronounce that name very well, so I'm sorry. I could be pronouncing his name as Captain Quack, like Helga does, but I have some self-respect.
Nerd. I like him. So now that we've cleared that.
Ooh.
We saw your Infobot announcement.
Fun fact, in the HD version of this game, Al's model is fucked. It's not even finished.
Since we shot that commercial. Say, do you run on standard XP18 sister boards?
Version 7.66.
Back at ya. I may be able to help you out after all. How does a helipack upgrade sound?
Upgrade?
Natch. Since he's a 766, I could have the little guy up and flying in no time. Of course, I'll just need my fee for service.
1,000 bolts is a respectable amount.
Hey, wait.
And we should be avoiding any paywalls for now.
Cool now.
I think our next paywall will be...
Welcome.
we will have plenty of money by then, so it's not actually that bad. So yeah, we are financially free at the moment.
Try using the
But yeah, this is the helipack. It allows us to glide and perform boost jumps and long jumps. But the double jump still sucks, until we get the thruster pack in Act 2. However, there's an interesting glitch with the boost jump in this game. And I think it's in this game only. I think they fixed that in 2 and 3. But by then, no one uses the helipack. Literally, the only reason why I'm using the helipack is because the game forces me to. Otherwise, I always favor the thruster puck. But yeah, if you do the boost jump after the boost jump without holding the analog, the next boost jump will be broken. As in, like, you'll get so much speed you can basically fly through the stage very far and fast. But speedrunners also use a technique, I don't know what it's called, however, it allows you to basically just fly through the level in microseconds. And because I am not a professional speedrunner, you will not be seeing this from me. Blog! Or Blog. Well, they're called Blog, but then A Crack in Time reboots it into Blog with multiple A's. I love destroying boxes with flames. Let's not destroy this crate, mostly because we need some extra bolts in here. And perfect. Oh shit! Well, not perfect, not anymore. Oh, I'll try to do a glitch that I learned from speedrunning. From the speedruns. Banzai! And I hope this bastard shoots me. I've been shot, so now I should have free reign. Or he shot me too early and I cannot move. So now it's explanation time what I tried to achieve. And fuck, I missed a gold bolt. No, let's die. That was a blunder on my part. Usually, I would not care that I missed the gold bolt. However, I want to at least get the golden pyro sitter. It would make the third act much easier. And since we are playing the American version of Ratchet 1, then it's not going to be as broken as in the PAL version. Basically, what happened with the Pyro Sitter in the PAL version is that due to conversion from 60 Hz to 50, they didn't fix the flames. Apparently, the flames are causing way more damage in the PAL version than in the NTSC because of that poor conversion. However, it's very useful in the speedrunning because it melts the final boss. The final boss just melts. The Pyroster is more powerful than the Rhino. In the PAL version, of course. So now, let's try it again. The glitch. And this time, I hope it will be successful. No, I'm too far away. So now it's time for explanation. So if I get closer to that guy and I get shot during this cutscene, then this will disable the lock on the controls, because while that train is starting, I cannot move. However, if I get shot during that cutscene, then the lock, which prevents me from moving, is disabled, which basically allows me to get to the info board before the cutscene ends. But yeah, I managed to get only once, and then I died because the camera doesn't move while in the cutscene, so, you know. I just wanted to show it off. But yeah, here's our infobot. And as soon as we get to the final platform, the train just teleports here. Ooh, that's a badass lag. So, what do I mean by the badass lag? Basically, you're causing so much damage in the game, you cause so much destruction, the game cannot handle it. It's one type of lag I approve. And Ninja Gaiden 2 fans approve on the Xbox 360. But, yay, that's Metropolis done. Also, this guy sounds different in every cutscene he's in. Hello, German Drake. How are you doing? And then he's like, yes, sir. And the second one.
I'm counting on you, Lieutenant. And as your former commander can tell you, I don't take disappointment well.
Yes, sir. I won't fail.
You will fail. You already failed by being a cut boss. He was supposed to be the boss on the planet that we will travel. I'm sorry. Let me fix the sentence. So that fat bloke was supposed to be the boss of planet Eudora, planet which we will be tackling after Aridia. However, they ran out of time, so they basically scare him away. Technically, he makes his epic comeback as a boss in the remake, but it's mostly a copy of another boss fight from this game, so it doesn't technically count. Suicide! No, I'm just joking. There's a gold vault there. And I think I just ruined my channel by saying the S word. Knowing how sensitive Twitch is. So that should be 1. I think that's 3 now. Actually, I'm gonna check. Yeah, that's 3. 1 more and couple thousand bolts, and then we can get the golden pyro sitter at the end of the second act. I am actually very surprised how good FrameMeister upscales this game, because seriously, connect the component cables to any HD capture card and you will see how ugly this game looks on HDTV. The game looks perfect on CRT, but whew, it's one of those games that actually looks bad on component. Those rare games. But I think the ugliest game I played is the first Jak and Daxter. Oh my god. But if we get to Jak and Daxter, we might play it on the PS5. Because apparently, the power of the PlayStation 5 improves the performance of those games. Which is cool, but it makes you wonder why we need the power of the PS5 to play Jak and Daxter as it was on PS2. Alright, let's buy some ammo. So, Pyro Sitter is not technically a required weapon, but it's recommended by the mission, by the game in this mission. Because here we have to locate Skid Marks and his agent. And there's a mission with Sand Sharks, which basically is easy, but the game will tell you, oh, if you want this mission to be easier, get Pyro Sitter. And Pyro Sitter makes this mission a joke. But oh my god, what an epic quest! We found Skid Marks already! And Skid is surprisingly intelligent in this game, somewhat. Then he becomes the retard, and then in the remake, I think he has brain damage.
That was like a war cry. My agent and I got ambushed on the way to hoverboard practice.
Did he survive the crash, sir?
He's okay, but I've had a little trouble getting back to my ship due to my sprained ankle.
Oh, come on.
If you can take out all the sand sharks, I just might have a spare hoverboard for you.
We'd love to help you, Mr. McMarks, but Ratchet and I need to find Captain...
One of your boards? I've always wanted a decent hoverboard. Well, alright. You just keep that foot elevated.
Destroy the Sand Sharks! These innocent creatures have no right to live. We need to kill him in the name of our celebrity, Skid McMarks. And, I just remembered the cutscene in the remake, where basically Ratchet and Clank just stand next to each other, emotionless, and they barely animate at all. Alright, that's the last gold bolt I'll be getting in this game. Gold bolt number 4. Yeah. Let's murder more sharks. Because why not? We need to profit, and we can profit by murder. Walking sharks, die! Even organic creatures provide me with bolts. Which implies that either we are all just techno-organic machines, or we just eat bolts. And we don't digest them very well. So, yeah. Or maybe, oh, just maybe, I'm just looking too much into it. Alright, only 30 left before we commit mass genocide of the Sand Sharks, because they never appear again in this game. Neither do they appear in the sequels, which means our genocide will be complete. Before I kill the rest, I cannot let those bolts go to waste, because I don't think they stay here forever. Should I leave him be and let him repopulate the planet, or we should just kill him and get our hoverboard? Selfishness or kindness? Well, the choice is clear. So long, sucker. I'll see you in hell.
Here, man, catch.
A brand new Z3000. You can't even buy these.
Well, I got a bail. Catch you dudes at the hoverboard races.
You've just acquired a Gadgetron Z3000.
So yeah, this was a mandatory mission if we want to progress. But actually, the use of the hoverboard is not needed until the third act. The first hoverboard race is actually fully optional. Sorry, it's my phone. Don't worry, nobody likes me. It's just Discord messages from people I don't even really know. But yeah, now that we got the swing shot, we can actually beat Aridia. Technically, because we have to come back to this planet at some point, but at least we reduced the amount of backtracking, so that's a positive in my book. These guys... I'm sorry, I should restart my sentence again. These guys die instantaneously with the golden Pyrositter, and actually it feels amazing. That's why I want to get the Pyrositter made out of gold. I actually never knew about the gold weapons for a very long time. I think it was when YouTube started to get popular I realized the existence of these holy weapons. Because I never knew this game had New Game Plus for a while. Oh no, it's not yet. So this mission was left intact in the remake, which is a plus. But the skill point did not survive. Which, to be honest, is not that much of an offense. Haha, I survived the explosion. In my face. I never said I am a good joker, so if you cringe, it means I've done my job. Whoa! That was hardcore. I didn't even know what I was doing. Alright, skill point time. It's a tradition. And I fucked it up. No, no, no. No, I want my skill point. They're just bragging rights in this game, but you know what? I do not care. I want my skill point. There we go. What the skill point? How do I get that skill point? Basically complete this section without touching these platforms. I am only getting this gold bolt because I know people will be pissed off by missing such an easy gold bolt. I know how the internet works. Alright, and now it's time for our next gadget, the Trespasser.
Yes.
You found the Trespasser. Yeah, that tutorial basically says, oh, line the lasers up. The end. In the remake, you can actually skip those. And I'll say something very controversial, but I don't mind skipping the puzzles. Like, alright. I don't mind if the puzzles were actually very complex. You know, oh, I don't have time for this, it's too complex for me, but in the remake, that kind of piss easy. So, I'm 50-50. Like, when I play Spider-Man on the PS4, or 5 now, I put the option of skipping the puzzles because I play Spider-Man to kick ass, not to think. What do you think I am, a smart person playing games to educate myself on puzzles? Oh my god, I nearly gave myself a heart attack there. I'm sorry, I was enjoying myself in the vastness of awesomeness. Seriously, the music in Aredia, on Aredia is awesome. So awesome that they couldn't even replicate the magic in 3. Or the remake. But that's mostly due to them getting rid of the composer. After Tools of Destruction, they just cut ties with the composer and soundtracks started to get shitty. But yeah, that's Aredia done for now.
No signal whatsoever. This downtime is killing me.
Do you need medical attention, sir?
Don't be so literal, son. The problem is I'm stranded on this backwater planet and my star client is nowhere to be found.
Hey, we saw you on that infobot. You're Skid's agent.
Was Skid's agent. Haven't seen him since our ship crashed. And an agent without a client is like a flea without a dog. Say, you look like an athletic kid. If you can bring back the championship prize from the hoverboard races in Blackwater City, I'll make you my next star.
We have no time for trivial matters, sir.
I could be the next Skid McMarks.
Trust me, you don't wanna be. That would require complete loss of IQ. I tried to be Skid McMarks once. Too many personal sacrifices were made. And now I am nothing but a broken shell. Depression took over, broke my mind, and I repaired my mind. But I am not the same anymore. The damage has been done. I am now stupid. Never become Skid McMarks, kids. Never become Skid McMarks. But anyway, it's time for Planet Eudora. Our first unfortunate casualty in the remake. Apparently this planet was so insignificant to Insomniac that they didn't even bother remaking it. Let's give the planet some much needed silence of respect.
Yes, quite lovely. That should just about do it. Commander, we are finished with this world. Commence towing our planet to its next destination. Lieutenant! Yes, sir. You have fulfilled your tree quota. Barely.
We are ready to return to base.
Not so fast, Lieutenant. Just because we don't need any more trees doesn't mean they should have them. Destroy everything.
I wonder why the robot lieutenant sounds different in this cutscene. Seriously, I wonder why. Planet Eudora. Our forest level. It's actually a cool planet, and this planet is actually a cool subversion of the trope, where you think that the longest path takes you to the main story bit, but actually it's the shortest path that takes like, what, a minute to complete? And the long path takes you to... The long path basically leads you to an optional gadget, which you don't even need to beat the game, but I'm doing this is all mission run. That's what I call it now. I feel dirty inside by not beating the game with all missions complete. I'm not getting every weapon because, to be honest, it's a controversial opinion of mine, but I think most of the weapons suck. The more creative the weapon, the more sucky it is to me. The standard, the pistol, the machine gun, the shotgun, are my more effective weapons in this game. That's why you can only beat this game with 3 weapons. Of course, Insomniac learned that and they introduced the upgrade system. As soon as that weapon upgrades, in the first half of the game, that weapon is near useless. Because now, the enemies are stronger now, so your first weapon is basically a pea shooter. Ding, 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 ding. I am kinda sad that this planet got the cut in the remake. And it's not the only one. All the cool planets got the cut. Basically anything cool and exciting got the cut. Which is very depressing. I'm actually scared of playing the remake after this game. Casually. Mostly because I'll be sad how much of the game was tarnished by the movie. Seriously. It just feels messy. Nefarious basically is a non-existence in the game, appears in 2 cutscenes only at the beginning, and then surprise is the super secret villain that takes over the game. Why did they add Nefarious to the movie? It was so forced. Like, I get it, Nefarious is popular. And to be honest, I recognize Nefarious as the main villain of the series at this point. And I am one of those people that say that, you know, I don't mind him being overused because he's an enjoyable villain. Better than Vendra... what was her name from Nexus? And most likely Zergo. Fuck Zergo. Fuck Q-Force. Piece of shit game. I fucking hate it. But yeah, yeah, I like Nefarious, but in the remake, he felt forced, like, yeah. And to be honest, writing-wise, Nefarious wasn't the same after his first appearance, because they made him into a goofy supervillain that was kind of, you know, Saturday cartoony, if that makes sense. I'm doing a casual playthrough of this game while I'm bashing the rest of the series. You'd understand if you played the games. Dun, dun, dun. Yay, let's murder some people in our quest to save the galaxy. But to be honest, this actually fits the trope of Ratchet being a lonely mechanic, while in the remake, he's just a goody two-shoes boy. I hate what they've done to Ratchet in the remake. He's so babyish. But you know what? I think I shall stop. I will stop criticizing the remake. I'll be just talking about the differences now, because this will become a very toxic stream. Mr. Revok's an abusive relationship with the remake of Ratchet Clank. If you have a PS3, I recommend you getting the collection. It's literally dirt cheap on the PSN. And if you live... Alright. Actually, if you live in Europe, avoid European version of 2. 3 is fine, 1 is fine, 2 is fucked. So make an American account and buy 2 there, or just buy the trilogy because it costs $15 there, but they don't sell a $15 gift card in PlayAsia, so just get $20 and then you can buy the whole pack. Oh, that's what I did. She was like, wow, I really want to have those subtitles in Ratchet 2, so I'll just spend money on it. Which I did. Because I really wanted those subtitles. You should see my reaction when I first got the collection and I found out there are no subtitles in 2. For some reason, the option is there, but it's blocked. It's grayed out. Brah, brah, brah. Alright, now it's a very hard challenge. Oh, fuck, I have no blaster yet. Shit. Well, this finish wasn't as massive as I planned. I thought I would be using the blaster here, but I forgot to purchase it, and I have 10,000, which is basically a huge amount of money at this point. In this game, at least. Starting from 2 onwards, 10,000 will be like £2 worth. But yeah, Suck Cannon is an okay weapon. The golden version is the best, of course, but the Suck Cannon has its use on Pokitaru, so I cannot completely dismiss this weapon I paid nothing for. And I'm not gonna buy the blaster now because the actual story important mission has no enemies at all. It just uses our new gadget, the Trespasser. Now, observe my hacking genius. I am ready to hack the Pentagon with these skills. And yeah, this is basically our mission. Screw some, ratchet a screw, then travel on the platform, swing shot a couple of times, and the end. As I mentioned earlier, there was supposed to be a boss fight on this planet, but it got cut. Whoa! That was not planned, but, you know, it looked cool. And I entertained the total amount of 0 viewers. Alright, time to use my hacking skills yet again. My hacking genius is unparalleled. And this is our epic boss, ladies and gentlemen. He's doing squats. That's it for him. He just shits out an infobot and we'll never see him again.
You sure showed him.
I suppose I did.
Is your current occupation leaving a rotten taste in your mouth? Then you need to know about BTS, Blog Tactical Research Station. Hi, I'm Supreme Executive Chairman Drek, and we here at BTS are seeking motivation.
By the way, the joke with Drek is that every time we see him, his title extends. First it's Supreme, first it's Chairman Drek, then it's Executive Chairman Drek, then it's Supreme Chairman Drek, Supreme Executive Chairman Drek, and then it's Ultimate Supreme Executive Chairman Drek. That's the joke. That his title gets longer.
Now we're talking. Did you see all the cool gadgets they're making? Let's go get some.
No, we must continue our search for Captain Quark.
You're absolutely right.
I am?
Sure. We need to find Quark. Although when we find him, wouldn't it be nice to be able to tell him where Chairman Drek is?
I suppose.
Well, we go to the space station and talk to the scientists. They work for Drek, so they're bound to know where he is.
I am unsure about your logic.
Ah, you think too much. Come on, let's go.
Let's go for the Block Tactical Station. I'm thinking if the Block Tactical Station got the cut. I don't think so, but I think it merged with Umbris when it comes to content of the planet. But oh well. Time for Nebula G34, the Block Station. Explore the space station. And that mission, that planet has plenty of missions to do. So we will be there for a while. 1, 2, 3 missions. Total of 3. Inconceivable. 3 missions. But yeah, this is our first space station to explore. Beautiful. So let's deal with the least favorite section of this planet. And before that, we'll use my hacking expertise to get inside or outside. And because Ratchet cannot breathe in space because he's a mere organic, we'd have to use Clank. And Clank sections are meh at best. I don't like his auction section, and that's it. I am not a fan of the Clank gameplay. But it's not so bad I have to kill myself, or so bad I'm gonna stop playing this game. I never liked the Clank sections, but thankfully there are so far few in between the Ratchet stages so that it's not actually a pace breaker.
Jump, then press and hold the X button again.
Like Size Matters only has one section at the very beginning, so the High Input Games was like, oh, just fucking put in the beginning, we'll have it over and done with, and you never have to bother with it again. But yeah, Clank can murder organic beings with just one punch. They disintegrate as soon as his metallic servos hit the organic matter of those frogs. Is that orc? No, that planet is not green enough. Auxon is like bright green. It showcases how fucked it is. And that, I think, is the water planet that got cut. At least I'm guessing. There was supposed to be a water world, and actually, this this level contains a remnant of that. It's time to use my minions.
You have just activated a Gadgetbot. To command a Gadget.
Shut up, tutorial lady. I'm in control now. And for your first job, my little slaves, destroy the organic. Oh my god. You actually didn't die on me. Usually one fucker dies on me, but you know what? You get promoted from slaves to minions. I don't think there's much of a difference in there, but at least they'll get paid. But yeah, that was our Clank section for the first act. In the remake, you get Magna Boots here, and Hydro Displacer never returns. But the reason why the Magna Boots are here because the original level where the Magna Boots are got cut. You will see this becoming a pattern.
I'm back. So you are.
And I found this.
Hey, cool. It's what is it?
A hydro displacer.
Great.
Hydro displacer.
One of those, I guess.
Very well, now the boring sections of this level are done. It's time to do some shopping because we have 12,000, fucking hell. I cannot read numbers. And yeah. So we have 2 new weapons in our shop. Glove of Doom, which is useless to me, and Taunter, the most useless of useless weapons. The only reason why you use Taunter is to get infinite bolts, which I'll try to avoid. But yeah, Blaster is a shooty gun, and I used the wrong weapon to demonstrate it, but I'll conserve the ammo, mostly because during my test playthrough, I actually ran out of money while buying ammo this early. I'm like, what the fuck? I usually manage my bolts. I manage my bolts better than my money in real life. But yeah, this is the Blaster.
Need a little help with these enemies?
No. Yeah, the game recommends using Taunter on these guys, but those guys are a pushover. If you die to that guy, I'm sorry, but I think you should stop playing this game. Like, he shoots onto the ground, all you have to do is jump, and that's it. Yes, Taunter technically insta-kills him, but those guys are so few far between in the game, so it's like, you know, no point. My hacking skills, yet again, save the day, even though there's a completely pointless room, but you know what? Me don't care. There's plenty of bolts here for me to use. To gain. Fuck. My English is collapsing. Of course I'll take the risk and take those boxes with me. I'm playing futuristic Crash Bandicoot. Oh, I'm sorry, Ratchet. I'm sorry I compared you to Crash. The game gassed you in response. You got gassed. Oh, yeah, I mean, yay. Alright, swing shot away. Oh no, this bomb insta-killed him. I really need that Taunter. That Taunter is the only means of beating this game. I'm sorry, I'm being kind of dickish to the game now. I'm tired. But I'll end the stream after this level. After I'm done murdering organic life forms. These creatures are very innocent. They just were raised in a bad environment. But you know what? Ratchet does not care. He was raised in a bad environment too. And look how well he's coping with that. By taking it out on others. Whoa, bad choice. Shit. Alright. Frogs are harmless now, and I need to get a bit closer. As soon as you see the green reticle, that basically means your weapon will reach that enemy, and it will kill them. The game has some sort of auto-aim on certain weapons to help with the fact that there's no strafing in this game, so aiming the weapons while on the move is a tad complicated. But it gets fixed, with 2 introducing the best feature in the series, the strafing. And that doesn't make the game easy. Well, strafing is in this game, but it's shit. No one uses the strafing option in this game. I was wondering what turned on my first-person mode. but I pressed L2 by accident. It's a very sensitive button. I'm actually using 8-bit Dope SN30 Pro Plus with the Brook PS4 to PS2 converter, and it works surprisingly well. Alright, let's murder some more creatures. There are no innocents in space. Go. Whoa, what an epic speedrun! I made a massive sequence break there. I don't have to complete the circle. I am the circle. I have no idea what I just said. But anywho, let us go to our first boss fight. Let's just kill those buggers. Their presence offends me. Perfect. Perfect weapon management. I don't like the placement of the blaster. Actually, I'm gonna change my inventory. Blasters here. And swing shot will be here. Now, time for the epic fight of the generations against the Scorpion Queen. Wow, first round, flawless victory. Oh, fuck off. Auto-aim. Conspiring against me. I forgot how broken the quick select is in this game. While pressing triangle twice, you actually go back to your previous weapon, but in the first one it just picks at random what you want. So, if you play the PAL version, that health bar would melt the boss. But yeah, that's the technically not a main story mission. We get a gadget which isn't used till the beginning of Act 2, but yeah, that's the main path. One of two main paths. 3 technically, because we actually eat everything from this planet, so I think I need to shut up because I am not helping myself.
So, you are an inventor.
Gadget engineer. I create revolutionary devices for Executive Chairman Drek. For instance, Viola. My soon-to-be patented grind boots. Look, I need to get out of here so I can find a new job. How about I sell you these? At cost.
Sell? After we just saved your scrawny butt?
All right. I'll give you the employee discount too.
So, for some reason, not a PS5 is trending on Twitter, and apparently people are bringing their bets to GameStop to secure a copy. Damn it. The more I hear those stories, the more lucky I feel with my PS5. But yeah, grind boots allow you to grind. And to be honest, this grind section is not very impressive. Because there are more impressive grind sections later in the game. But you know, maybe this is just the teaser of what's to come. What a beautiful ammo management. So impatient, I cannot wait to get to the box, so I just use the flamethrower. But you know what? I do not care. So this is the remnant of the water world I was talking about. This ship will take us to a warship, but the design of this said ship is very questionable. It's a fucking submarine. This is legit a submarine. And in the third game, they reused this ship model as a submarine for a water level that appears in 3. Alright, this is a very short mission. This warship has an infobot, but to get to that infobot, we have to kill everyone and destroy the ship. Because that's how things work You don't just knock on the door and say, "Excuse me, sir, can I acquire an infobot for this amount?" No, you have to murder. You have to murder. That's the legacy of Ratchet and Clank 1. Murder. Yeah. Let's get some extra bolts. Excellent. Let's press this big red shiny button and let's kill everyone on the ship.
Thank you for selecting our automated self-destruct feature. Vessel annihilation sequence initiated. Please remove all personal belongings. Seriously, I'm not kidding. This whole place is about to explode.
Okay.
Really.
I never heard that dialogue before. I think it got cut from the HD version. But yeah, this warship full of innocent lives destroyed. I don't think we are the good guys in this game at the moment. But oh well. Time for our next planet.
This is Darla Gratch reporting live from Blackwater City. We've just
So, interesting fact regarding this cutscene. So, Darla Gratch originally called the channel 64 News, which is a reference to Nintendo 64. They changed the line, but they haven't changed her lip sync. Also, she calls Blackwater City Planet Blackwater. The actual planet's name is called Planet Rilgar. However, in the cutscene and in the lip sync, you can actually in the lip sync you can tell that she says Planet Blackwater, and in the demo you actually get the original version of this cutscene when she says Channel 64 News and Planet Blackwater, and also that 64-bit comes back in 3. So yeah. But for tonight, that's all I can do. I do not want to butcher any more of this game while being tired. Look, this is how I am feeling right now, like Ratchet. But I hope you enjoyed this stream, all of you 0 people. But I hope you enjoy watching this, how should I put it, VOD on YouTube. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy my streams, as casual as they are and as broken as my English is. But I hope we all will get along. Mr. Revox1256, signing out.